Okay, I can explain myself. First off, congrats for finding this video. If I've done everything right, then this should be an unlisted video that you can only access through a direct link. And I'm assuming that you guys will find this pretty quick, but I thought it would just be a cool way to hide the actual explanation video for what SCP-5999 is. So now that I'm done kind of playing a character, let's go over the actual meta relevance of this SCP and why it ends the way that it does. It's a really interesting concept. Also, sorry if you were legitimately concerned for all of my headaches and nosebleeds. Those were all fake. I just thought it would be a fun way to kind of drip feed this effect that the SCP is supposed to have on the reader in that video. If we're going to understand what This Is Where I Died is, then we have to look at the article that it acts as a follow-up to, which is Swan's SCP-001 proposal. Occasionally, the SCP Wiki will take proposals for the first SCP, which oftentimes acts as an origin story to all the anomalies that exist within that universe. And this isn't always the case, and I haven't read all of the 001 proposals, but Swan's proposal follows that theme. It's an origin story. And it starts out as a heavily redacted report that seems to be talking about like a haunted movie, but then we get a log that opens up a bit more of the narrative context of this article. And we find a record of somebody who was at the Foundation talking about what they discovered when trying to find a reason as to why all of these anomalies exist. There were people that were assigned to answer this question, and the person that's writing this report seemed to find that it was mostly just random occurrences without any concrete explanation. But then they found something. They started finding changes in the data of their Foundation records, but then they realized that those weren't really changes in the records because reality always changed to match those changes in the records. And we learned that every person in the SCP universe is having their memories constantly altered, and reality is always shifting around them. It's adding new anomalies, getting rid of old ones, and some anomalies that have just barely shown up are remembered as being around for thousands of years. And all of this led to the Foundation discovering that in their universe, there is something that is all-powerful and actively always shaping their reality. There is a god, and it's a bunch of horror writers. If that's kind of confusing, then don't worry, it confused me too when I first read it. What this proposal is saying is that the SCP universe has become self-aware. They know that they are being written and created by us, the real people who write these horror stories. All of the SCP writers are the gods because they're constantly adding and changing things, and while to us, it's just a fictional universe, the Foundation inside this fictional universe is now aware of our existence. It's a very meta explanation, but I think it's pretty fun. I don't always love meta narratives, but I think this one fits well within the SCP universe. But each SCP entry typically has some way to contain or combat the anomaly they're working with. So what does the Foundation do to solve the issue of us, the reader? They develop a protocol that kills the reader. More specifically, a protocol that looks like an SCP entry, but actually contains a sort of demonic entity that is unchained and grows more and more powerful as the reader continues through this entry. The issue is that this demon needs quite a bit of time to be able to finally kill the reader. It needs time for the chains to loosen and break. So the Foundation has to make sure that this SCP that they've created is captivating enough to the reader that they will keep pushing through, keep wanting to learn more and uncover the full mystery. And that is what This Is Where I Died is. It's an SCP designed to kill the reader. So unfortunately for us, this means there's no grand explanation to all the stories found inside of it. They can't really be solved. The true solution is just knowing that it's a kill agent used to solve the problem discovered in Swan's original proposal. The stories all follow traditional horror tropes because the Foundation wants to keep the reader engaged, so they decide to kind of like play it safe with themes that have been proven successful in the horror genre before. But the Foundation can't quite keep this kill agent from leaking through prematurely, and that's what all the stuff about the chains loosening and breaking is. It's that kill agent trying to break free and getting closer and closer to the reader. And then at the very end, we get a video of the demon and the reader supposedly dies. And I mean, obviously the reader doesn't really die, but that's what you're supposed to take away from it. So that's why I did the whole theatrics of like the headaches and the nosebleeds and the live reaction to the final video. Something that I've been trying to work on in my videos is better capturing the feel of the piece of media that I'm talking about. So I thought that by making my videos somewhat immersive, I could give you guys an experience that matches what the intent of the SCP was originally. I think This Is Where I Died is an incredible piece of internet horror. It's one of those things that just feels like it was made for me specifically. There are enough connections and explanations given to each of the stories that you can feel like a detective putting it all together, but it's still cryptic enough to seriously creep me out. I do sometimes worry that the meta-narrative of the SCP dominates the discussion around it. The meta-narrative is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but the stories inside are even better in my opinion. Each of them provide a unique spin on a classic horror trope, and they're all written incredibly well. Every writer involved with this project should be incredibly proud of their work. So please, go read This Is Where I Died and let me know what you think of the stories after knowing how they fit into Swan's proposal. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Alternatively, you could watch my first long video on it again and maybe like roll your eyes at my acting while I pretend to be suffering from the effects of reading the story. But at any rate, thank you guys so much for watching both of these videos. This was a passion project of mine and something different than what I normally do. I do want to make more of these like kind of immersive or more conceptual videos in the future, so be on the lookout for those. But also, if you hated this, then let me know as well. I mostly just wanted to do something unique. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subs by the end of 2025. If you want to support me further, then consider becoming a channel member. For just $3 a month, you'll get access to my Discord, members-only videos, early access to all my videos, and access to my members-only book club. You'll also get your name in the credits of all my videos like you're seeing on the screen right now. A massive thank you to all my gold tier members: Amanda Mapes, Lucas Fernando, Chris Slam, Ezra, Silent Trails, Buidio Media, Tyler the Leper, Vix Corner, Mistroy16, Coco Boco, Cherry Shark, Moonsun Blog, Starlight Pink, Jax Amore, Amanda Castillon, Lexi, Arcade Link Author, Pyrocat, B, The Official Gar, Ybab Flow, Hi, Zappo Dappos, Samra, Laura Gonza, Florapaz, Rafael Sampiao, Classic Pats Games Plus, Miranda M, Lemonade Slug, Hito Brian, Ben Best, Marin Elizabeth, and XNM, Sumstar, Digital Fox 615, Issa, Yuthon, Sherbert, Elmia Nomura, Temple, Ellie, Jupiter Rainstorms, Gambit, Junie, Leah, Maddie, Ellis Hale, DG Plasm, Vesper, Jess, Mila Bop, Evan Wagner, Abigail Wagner, Sunray Productions, Canadine, and Emma Gees. As always, thank you so much for supporting me. Your support allows me to branch out and make content like this. It's a little bit more involved. As I continue to grow as a content creator, I've been trying to put more of my own personal spin on things that I want to talk about and make my videos feel more unique. That can be a little nerve-wracking because now that I do this full time, if I make a video about a topic that nobody cares about except for me, I just get paid less and rent isn't cheap. So it's always incredibly encouraging to see the support that I get from the channel members and also just from the awesome audience that I have here on this channel. You guys really are the best. And now time for some Davis Morgan lore. This time I'm going to be doing what a lot of people have asked for. I'm going to show you my birds. Okay, so this little guy is Charlie. He was our first bird that we got. He's a parakeet. He's looking a little scraggly right now. He's molting, but he's a sweet little guy. He's very affectionate. Let's see if he'll lean out. Mwah. Yeah, he'll lean in for kisses like that. He is super cute. He can talk when he wants to. He hasn't been talking a lot lately, but yeah, he's just, he was our first little bird, kind of super attached to me. He's got a buddy over here. Let's see if I can find him. Come here, Chip. This is Chip, who's also about to start molting. We got him a little bit after we got Charlie, so he's less attached to me, but he really loves Charlie. But as you can see, he's really chill. He likes hanging out, but he's gonna try to bother Charlie right now. Look, there he goes. Oh, and there goes Charlie. Here he comes. But yeah, this is, so again, Charlie is like the bluer one, and Chip is like the white and blue one. They're super cute. They're super, they're good pets. They're just harder to take care of than a lot of people realize. And Charlie kind of looks like death right now because, again, he's going through a bad molt, but he's super sweet. He's very attached to me. And Chip is also very sweet. He's just always trying to bother Charlie, as you're probably about to see. Where are you going? Now you done? And this is Cookie, our cockatiel. She's newer. We've had her for about 2 months now, and she's been through a couple homes and had some issues in her previous homes, so she's not quite used to me like picking her up or anything. She does step up from time to time. Right now, she's just loving chewing on this McDonald's cup. So we'll go get a cup for her and fill it with water and then give her a straw, and she'll just chew on it and do that all day. But yeah, she's super cute, but she does not like hands. She'll probably hiss at me. Yeah, there she goes. Oh my goodness. But she actually is really, really sweet. She loves to sit next to me and stuff. Again, she's just had some bad experiences with the hands in the past, so that's why she's so nervous about that. But we're working on it. She usually sits next to me while I'm working on my videos. But yeah, super adorable bird. Thank you guys so much again for watching my videos. If you're watching this secret video, then you must be an absolute real one. But I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.